Welcome back to Deaton Street. I'm Dustin, and he's Zach. So, WWDC is less than a month away, and the rumors are swirling. So, we're going to talk about some of those and our pie in the sky wish list. But before we get into that, if you could, go below the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you really like us, leave a comment, let us know what you think of the video. So, these are some of the rumors and predictions that we managed to find online. The first one that I found was a more customizable home screen. Yes, Android has done it since the beginning of time, but Apple is fashionably late to the party, as always. Being able to put apps and widgets wherever you want on the screen, it doesn't populate to the top of the screen. So I don't have to reach my thumb up and try to reach an app on the top of the screen. I can organize things how I want, and I'm not limited to what Apple thinks that I need to be limited to. Yes.
Now,
thank you.
I think you're still going to be limited to the grid from what I was reading. So you'll still have like the grid thing. I don't want to downplay this too much, but this is one of the things that I've heard from Android users for so long. And I'm like, is that really such a big deal?
It is, Zach.
It is? Okay.
It is such a, that was probably the only thing I liked about my Android phone was just being able to customize it. Now on Android, it was like, you can resize them kinda, or like change the sizing of everything. I don't really care about that. The size of the apps is not a huge deal. With the widgets, you can change the sizing and all that stuff now, but being able to just kind of put things where I want them would be quite nice.
Only have the bottom part of my screen. Those are the only like actual apps I have. Everything else on my screen is a widget. And I don't have I only have one page. Really? So I scroll to the right and then I just look up apps.
Yeah.
So this will change my life in no way is what I'm trying to say.
I have a few apps, but most of mine is widgets as well. But I have a few folders that are like quick go-to that I don't have to go look up. But yeah, I'm excited about it. The other thing was the RCS updates to messaging. And it should fix many of the issues with texting from iOS to Android, which will be nice. So it should increase like the quality of like images and videos that are sent over like the SMS or the iMessage back and forth.
So you're telling me that when my buddy Carter sends me a video of his son, his toddler son, it's not going to be like potato quality anymore. I'll actually be able to tell that I'm looking at a toddler, like swinging a little baseball bat or something. Is that?
Yeah, it won't be like a little goblin anymore.
Okay,
you see out of a fantasy novel. You know, it should be. It should be fixed to an extent. You know, I'll hope for the best. Again, I'm not too sure if they're supposed to be rolling that out fully or whatever, but it's one of those rumor type things. It'll be nice though, because I do have people that I'll message that have Android that need me to send them a picture or whatever for work. And actually, most of my office is all Android and Windows and everything else, and I am like the lone Apple guy. Yeah.
So the big rumor that's swirling, that's pretty much been all but confirmed from Apple themselves, is AI. AI is coming to iOS. Ooh. So let's see some of the AI upgrades that iOS is getting. Auto-generated Apple Music playlists based on input from users. I think you said that Spotify has this.
Spotify's had it. But again, Apple's fashionably late.
AI-assisted writing in Pages, which is available in basically any document application. AI-assisted slide deck creation in Keynote. AI coding with Xcode. Improved Spotlight search. Siri improvements that integrate large language models. So that's interesting. New integration with Siri between Siri and Messages to allow Siri to respond to messages and suggest responses. And then shortcut integrations with Siri so users can automate complex or multi-step tasks using voice-based commands. So this is all within the context of Apple being rumored to have made a deal with OpenAI to bring ChatGPT, which one that is, 4.0, I don't know, to iOS, probably iPadOS as well. There's also rumors swirling that talks between Google and Apple are still ongoing to also bring Gemini to Apple, to iOS. Which is
I really hope so.
This is all very confusing. Are we just
Yeah.
going to get everything? How is it going to integrate? I don't know. But those are pretty much the confirmed rumors that we know about. Those are the things
Yeah.
that would not surprise us. Now let's go into our pie in the sky wish list of things we wish Apple would announce.
The first thing, the ability to use iMessage on a Windows machine.
I'm sure everyone had that as their first thing too.
Oh, I am of the select few that use Apple products, and at work I have to use Windows machines. I'm pretty sure that is a vast majority of people. If you work in some sort of office or whatever, they're going to probably want to use Windows machines unless you have your own computer you use.
Mhm.
I was using an app called Beeper that I had like enrolled for like early access on. It put all of your messaging apps into one app on your computer, on your desktop, which was cool. So I had iMessage, I had Facebook Messenger, I had Discord on there. I really only used it for the iMessage, but it was nice to have all that stuff. It's kind of not the same as iOS though. Some of my contacts didn't sync up. The messages, the message threads from the past didn't really update to it. Great app, but it just didn't. It's not iMessage. It doesn't sync. Will they do that?
It's pie in the sky. Who cares? That's the part of the conversation.
That's what I need, man.
All right. Here's mine, and I think that they're going to attempt to do this, but I don't think that I'm going to be happy with the attempt. I hope I am. I really hope I am. And it kind of sounds like I'm being negative on Apple. I actually like Apple quite a bit.
Yeah.
But please, for the love of all things good in the world, use AI or something to make Siri good, or serviceable or useful. Or I dream of a day where I don't have to open up. We talked about OpenAI.
Yeah.
I don't have to open up ChatGPT, or I don't have to use other assistants in my house. I don't want to say it because I don't want her to bug me right now.
Yeah.
But the Amazon one, I dream of a day where Siri is opened up and like HomeKit is opened up to where almost everything can integrate with it, and it works really well. And it is an actual AI virtual assistant instead of whatever you would call it right now, a toddler in your phone that sometimes get things right. Like what is she right now? It's not great.
Oh, you want me to answer that question for you? Here's a web page. You can keep looking. I got other things to do. That's the equivalent of I'm too busy for that.
Teenager. Yeah. So it's me when I was 14. Is what I have in my phone.
Yeah. I don't have kids, nor do I want Siri to be a kid. So
I dream of that day. The other thing too is, this is a small little gripe, but I have Singlet lights instead of Philips Hue lights for my house because Singlet is cheaper.
Yeah.
Still can't integrate with HomeKit. Stuff like that. I hope stuff like that is fixed. And it's all integrated within Siri, and I can live a happy Apple truther life of only having Apple products and only using the Apple AI.
Yeah, it's like if they want us to live in the Apple ecosystem fully, you would think they would put out products that would make us want to live there. I have quite a bit of Apple things, but I find myself using other products to accomplish the same things that I could with Apple if they would roll out stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's like two communities, right? You have the Android community, and the Android community has all the new breakable tech.
Oh, yeah.
And us in the Apple community, everything's clean and everything always works, and we never have we never have power outages in our little community, and like our streets are super clean.
It's like borderline utopia.
Almost.
Apple,
yeah. And then you finally, like with this AI stuff, all of us in the Apple bubble are on the glass panel looking at the other community going like, that seems cool. That's like, we're a little behind,
So the grass looks a little greener over there, Apple. What are you doing?
Yeah, I thought you said that our grass would always be greener, Apple. So it's time. Fix Siri, use AI, use whatever you have to do. I don't even need to know what you did, Tim. I just need it to work well. Those are the rumors. Those are pie in the sky.
Yeah.
What are the rumors that you've heard? Do we miss anything that you've heard that you think that they're going to announce next month? And what are your pie in the sky? And when we say pie in the sky, no
Anything
holds barred.
goes.
Anything.
Anything. You just
want-
put it down there. I want to know the craziest thing that you want Apple to have.
Mac OS on iPad?
Oh,
We've already heard some of that.
Oh.
Well, thank you for watching. We will see you in a couple days. Peace.
See ya.